consumer inflation rose unexpectedly in August. It quickened to 6.4% year-on-year, compared with a 6.3% reading in July. Analysts expected inflation to moderate to 6.2%. But Stats SA says month-on-month, on that basis, CPI slowed to 0.4%. Well, let's just take a look at what inflation has been doing over the last year. And you will see that at its lowest point, that was November last year, CPI on an annualized basis hit 5.3%. This is the latest number coming in for August, year-on-year 6.4%. Now, of course, the Reserve Bank will be looking very closely at this number, at the inflation number, and more importantly, the inflation outlook. That number plays a very important role in its interest rate decision to be announced tomorrow. This is what happened over the past year with the repo rate. You can see pretty stable for most of 2013, jumping in January, and then another jump, currently sitting at 5.75%. That's the repo rate. Many analysts expect it to remain steady, but given today's unexpected inflation number, it may influence the Reserve Bank's decision to move in another direction.
Only yesterday, economists told the SABC they expected CPI to come in at 6.2%, but food prices, particularly those of meat and dairy, put paid to that. Analysts expressed real surprise as international grain prices had come down in recent months.
Meat, specifically mutton, beef and chicken, have gone up, and usually when grains come down, because animals feed, grains are a feeder for animals, then prices for animal products come down. And this time around we saw an increase in meat prices, which obviously will impact on consumers from a retail perspective.
So does the latest data hurl a curveball to monetary policy makers at the Reserve Bank, who are set to pronounce on interest rates tomorrow?
They are in a stagflation bind in terms of slow growth and increasing inflation, and it should bring an interesting debate, today's meeting and tomorrow's result. But I expect them to tilt more towards growth considerations rather than the one print that we saw.
That implies that the bank may hold rates as it focuses more on the long-term horizon. One positive, though, is that September's inflation number is expected to look a lot better due to the mid-60-cent petrol price decrease. But D-Day is around the corner, when Governor Jill Marcus will put the speculation to bed by announcing the bank's decision on the repurchase rate, which currently stands at 5.75%. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.